Good, good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Let's get started with this, and we'll open it up to questions. We'll start with AJ Jacobson from Rivals.
Isaac, you've started the last 21 games of your career here at Oregon, but heading into this next season, what are your goals, and personally, what do you want to get better at?
Personally, just perfect every aspect of my game, from pass rushing to stopping the run to covering man on man, whatever zone type it is, and just be the best player I know I can be. Have coaches push me in whatever way. Don't have them shy away from getting me better. And overall, as a team player, just help this team contend for a championship. Not even contend, make it and hopefully take it. We're practicing every day hard, full go, 100%, whether it be thud or full on scrimmaging. And whatever I could do as an older guy to help these younger guys and get the dependable depth.
Terry Thompson, Ducks Illustrated.
Yeah, Isaac, you've been around a while. I know spring's always a time for optimism, but you're talking about running the table possibly and winning all the games. Is it something about this team this year that makes you more optimistic than the other years?
Not too much. I know we have a really young team, so that's going to be a big part on the leadership guys and just veterans. Just to get the younger guys going. I know it's they just got out of high school, so they're kind of trying to slow their pace inside. But we just got to get them going. That you're going to be the next man up, and whatever happens, you're going to have to be as good as the one, if not better. So I'm proud of where we're at right now with the new defense, and overall as a team, I feel like we're going to do better things this year.
James Crapia, the Oregonian.
As we kind of talked about this with Troy a couple of years ago, but just another coordinator for you. So your third and fourth years, 4 years, excuse me. How similar is the terminology? How much was kept over from Coach DeRuyter, from Coach Avalos to Coach DeRuyter? And for a guy like you, how much does that help? Because this is your third system in 4 years, and you're not one of the young guys where it's just one change. It's it's your second go around of changing.
It's actually been way easier. It's not to knock on anything Avalos done here in his defense, but just the terms and the schemes of what's going on right now and the install we're putting in is just much simpler. It's easier to get down, and it helps having guys, all veterans who runs the one from the front to the back, like KT Mace, then you have Popo, Keon, Dorless, all those guys up front, who you can trust those guys to do their part in whatever, whether it be pass rushing or setting the edge on runs or stuffing the run. Then you go guys in the backfield like I already call Noah a veteran. He should know what's going on. Then you have Drew behind us, you have TJ, Nate Hukalani, LeDuc should know some of the stuff too. He's just got to get back off injury. Then you got to work with KB, then Vrome and Mikhail, them all in the back. It's easier focusing on what you got to do when you have guys that you can depend on.
Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
Yeah, I was wondering, Isaac, it seems like there's a blend of some guys who played a lot, but a lot of guys who haven't seen the field. What's your role in making sure everybody's kind of got their head on right and kind of knows what they're doing out there? And is that a little bit more difficult with a new defense?
For me, it's just doing my 111, I got to get my stuff right, whether it be practicing, walkthroughs, show them how it's done, show them what we're doing, how to do it. And, I guess, again, trusting, other guys to do their part with their young guys. And, I'll just have to focus on, getting my guys right in the linebacker room. And it's much easier with terms. That's more simpler to understand. And, you just got to, at the end of the day, just play football, and wherever the ball is, you got to go get it.
Matt Preem, 247 Sports.
A couple of interviews ago, Verone talked about just how in his time here, it's been as competitive as it's ever been in spring ball.
Mm-hmm.
You've been through a couple springs now, and could you maybe touch on that as well? Just maybe how much is the offense pushing you and how much you feel like the defense is pushing the offense?
Yeah, I feel like this year has been probably the most competitive, I'll say, because what happened last year at the PlayStation Bowl, a lot of guys who returned was part of that. Whether it be ones or twos, and we have a chip on our shoulder because we knew we should have had that game. Um, Besides all the things that happened in the past, but no, there's a lot of guys who are now veterans again, and they know how things should be done, how things should sound. We have a saying over here is, you walk a certain, we talk a certain way, and we play a certain way, and that's really instilled with our defense. So, I mean, whether it's offense and defense, both sides are pushing each other very well. And again, it all starts from the older guys.
Dylan Ruben King, Ducks Digest.
Isaac, with the new defense, and now you're able to play more, like a regular off season with the spring. We talked about Mace. He said he had like a whole new routine coming into spring. Did you have something similar, like trying to figure out, how I can get back to normal in a way?
Not too much. I know he's been telling me a lot of stuff about their technique, how it's different. But like I tell every young guy that asks me for help, is at the end of the day, it's football, man. You just got to go out there. Whether you mess up 100%, and whether your technique or what you drop and what you're playing is wrong, just do it 100%. You can never go wrong with effort. I know there's a lot of stuff that the older guys may have trouble adapting with, because coaches always teach different techniques, schemes, and all that. But you just got to go with it and, just do whatever you can to help this team win.
AJ Jacobson, Rivals.
One of the young guys in your unit that got hurt right off the bat last year, Justin Flo. What are you seeing from him now with his, with him coming back, and what's he doing in spring?
He's going to be he's still a work in progress. I mean, I'm excited. He's going to show a lot of people that he's still here. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people is waiting for him to make his comeback, but he's been doing very well, learning the playbook. Whether he doesn't know someone asks question, he has no shame just raising his hand or just shouting it out in meeting rooms, and coaches help him right away. I mean, he's gonna be a great player. I mean, everyone knows that, and he's slowly progressing with his injury that he had again. So he's been doing some. He's just got back doing some drills with us. It kind of feels good having him out there, watching him move around like he did before. And I'm sure everyone knows he's excited to get back, and we can't wait to have him back.
Thank you,
James Crepea, the Oregonian.
I just wanted to make sure you're still on the weak side, and with a lot of young guys behind you. Just talking about Justin, but Justin, Leduc, there's a lot of guys in that room where you, Drew, and Nate are on the older end, and Noah played last year, but you got a lot of guys, and Keith and Leduc and Justin who didn't. So just what's kind of the process for getting guys behind you who haven't seen the field yet?
Just make sure they're comfortable playing. Like I said before, I mean, at the end, it's a lot for young guys to come in and learn a new system. Being that you had one for your first year, then coming in your second year, it's all different. But you just got to take time, whether it be after your school appointments or right before a meeting, just to study the playbook and just be confident. That's the main thing, is just be confident in your play and know what you're doing out there. Because once you're confident, you can play comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you're relaxed out there. You're not thinking too much. You don't have those jitters. You know what to do. You know where to line up. And from there, it's just playing ball.
Time for two more. Eric Scopel, 247 Sports.
I was wondering, Isaac, I talked to a couple other players, defensive guys, and as well as offensive players, just about the improvement of the offensive line. I was curious if you could kind of reflect on what you've seen there. I know obviously a little different spot for you, but you obviously interact with them. Kind of what improvements have you seen from that group?
Just communicating. They communicate very well. Whether they don't see something correct, they know how to just talk to each other, and not, you don't put down someone for doing something wrong. They know how to teach you. They take you on the side. They teach you, and again, a lot of it's on the older guys. Most of them are returners from last year, of course. so they know how it's done, how it looks. And I give credit to the whole starting front, whether it's George, Steve, Walk, Alex, and TJ Bass, is that they're stepping up to a role that what Panay left. So they're trying to build that reputation that Oregon does have. Oregon has O-line everywhere, whether it be tackle or the inside run. They're gonna open a lot of people's eyes this year. I know that.
Last question, James Carpia, the Oregonian.
I was just curious on we hear more about more starters going to be on special teams, and I think you were a contributor there in some capacity before. But are you taking on more roles on more special teams units, and if so, which ones?
I'm trying. I'm in Bobby's ear every time about getting me on punt team. I told him whatever gets me more tackles, put me on there. I mean, I'm trying to get on punt. I'm on kickoff return right now. I used to do that years past, and I'm just those two so far, yeah. And whatever they need help in, I'm always there to tell them that I'm ready. But sometimes you don't believe me. It's all good though.
Isaac, appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Thank you. You guys too.